What's good with YouTube? Y'all already know Big Flaco'S from a convict's perspective, man. And let's take it back old school. I'm gonna smash, gas, slide on through with a little bit of energy coming straight live and direct from the county jail. Okay, I was asked and requested to do a video, right? And as you can tell by the title, man, I almost lost my life. Almost died. You know, and you guys are probably in suspense and wondering where we're gonna go with this. Well, many times I've almost lost my life. You know, I've been shot. I've been stabbed, right? I've been jumped and beat with bats and bars, you know, at a house. I've had guns told me from face to face and, you know, struggled with people from, they had a gun right there. Right here, it happened even in Tucson. You know, I've had issues that have happened where I've almost, lost my life. But this one's a little bit different. This is where I really, came the closest to death. And it has to do with, as we've already discussed, the addiction that I was going through. That has nothing to do with smoking, it has to do with the other stuff. And this happened, let me see, where we're at today, we are in August. This happened on New Year's of 2024. Okay? I'm lucky to be alive, basically, for two. The week before, about a week before, I had OD'd as well. And there's people know there's the blue pills, and then you have the powder. Okay, the powder is basically more pure when it comes to this stuff. So I was still a little bit in my lias, and I left my pills somewhere, right? So I decided to smoke a little bit of the powder. And on instinct, man, I never used to really smoke too much of the powder because it was too harsh, and it hits you strong. But sometimes I smoked it, right? And this is the scary part about it, is that I didn't even know that I OD'd. You know, I was with a homie from out there in Cali, actually, homeboy Danny boy from Verdugo, right? And someone else, right? And I had OD'd. He got spooked, right? But that's not the time that I almost passed away, okay? The next week, right, I was with a friend. It was New Year's, right? And he's a close friend of mine. He's actually, believe it or not, he's in this county jail right now with me, right? And I'm not going to say his name, but I'm going to say just the little one, you know? And I decided to dab with some powder, right? Which is a little bit different. So fentanyl powder, is a little, you're dabbing it with some pure stuff, and stuff is pure. It's really dangerous. And I don't remember nothing. I guess on instinct, after I hit it, right, I woke up about 20 minutes later, but I guess immediately after I hit it, I started turning purple and blue, and I passed out, and I wasn't breathing, okay? They had to hit me with Narcan twice, okay? Now, Narcan is pretty strong. When they hit me with Narcan twice, I still wasn't breathing, okay? My friend had to sit there, and he's a tiny dude, he's short. I'm like, still a monster at that time, and I barely started losing weight around that time. And he started to rub basically his knuckles into my heart, into my chest, to basically snap me out of it. And basically pulled me in a position to where I could breathe. See, the thing is what people don't realize, some of the people that perish, right, from this addiction, right, it's the position in which you're breathing. You get so comfortable sometimes that you bend forward and you stop breathing. You put yourself in a position where you no longer are breathing. Now, I had this shit that was too strong that it just knocked me out. And I wasn't just breathing regardless. You know what I'm saying? So, and the Narcan was so vicious, I guess, when I came out of it, right? At first I felt normal, and he goes, you almost died right now. You're OG. And I couldn't really recollect how serious it was. And then, see, this is how serious the addiction can be for people, man. That a week before, right, I had somewhat OD'd, right, but this one was even worse. Yeah, about 6 to 8 hours, I had to smoke some pills because I got so sick because you go through what you call reciprocal withdrawals, right, when they hit you with a Narcan. So I immediately went through reciprocal withdrawals, which means I felt like shit. I had the cold and the hot shivers. I couldn't function. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't even move, right? Because I had to smoke. But the thing that was weird is for about the next 2 months, what do you call that? I guess you call it your equilibrium. How do you call it? Equilibrium, whatever. I couldn't walk right. I couldn't stand right. I couldn't even function right for about 2 months. I didn't feel normal. That's how bad the overdose I went through, man. So, like I said, I've gone through everything. I've been shot. I've been stabbed. I've been jumped. I've been in prison, right, where the guns go off, right? Where I don't stop the gunners shooting at me, you know what I'm saying? I've had guns pointed straight to my head. I've been stabbed. I've been stabbed in the head, you know what I'm saying? I've been shot. I've gone through everything out of my life. But out of all that, this was the scariest because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what happened. I instantly just fucking passed out. And I came through like nothing. And it made me wonder, right? Because there's times where, you go home and, you know what I'm saying, I would pass out like in a chair. You know what I'm saying? Like sitting in a chair, I passed out for like hours sometimes. And you never know that if I had OD previously. You know what I'm saying? If I put myself in a position to where being alone, you know what I'm saying, I could have died. Because it happens all the time. People will pass out in the car, they'll dehydrate, right? Sometimes, like I said, it's your breathing, the position of where your body's at, which can cause your death. Like, you'll be okay if your body's in a different structure. But like I said, this experience was like the weather, like I said. I started turning purple and blue, and I wouldn't talk, I wouldn't move. My body was fucking pretty much shut down. I pretty much died right there in the spot. And somehow I was fucking, I don't know what it was, right? My breathing was there, but somehow he wouldn't stop. And I pretty much, owe him, I'm indebted to him basically to save my life, because anybody else probably would have left me there. Or they wouldn't have known what to do. And like he had a hard time trying to pick me up and drag me and put me on, put me on the bed and just, you know what I'm saying? He just kept on saying, you're not going to die on me. You're not going to die on me. Is what I was told that he said. He's the only one that was there that knew what to do. You know what I'm saying? And out of all the crazy shit that I've been in my life, right? I was stabbed at a young age. I was shot at a young age. And, you know what I'm saying? Even recently shit's happened. You know what I'm saying? Life is life on the streets. This was the closest that I ever came to death, man. And that's how scary, like, addiction can be. Like I said, I've never had an opioid addiction. You know what I'm saying? I used to cat off back in the days out there in the streets and shit when I was in California. And I'd fuck around a little bit with the black here and there, and I'd laugh like, man, shit isn't shit, man. It doesn't get me addicted. This shit had me fucking hooked. I've never been hooked on downers or any type of opioids in my past. I used to think that fucking I could fuck around with it here and there every blue moon, and that I'd be all right. But now this shit was hooked into me. And like I said, a lot of the choices that I made, you know what I'm saying, whether it was, with my kids, whether it was with my wife, my parents, whatever it may be, like friends, it made me totally into a different person that never even knew me anymore. Like I said, people don't realize, like I was talking to someone the other day that you can hide certain things when you're on fucking opioids. It's not like when you're on Scotty. You can tell when someone's on Scotty. Their behavior's all radical, they're volatile, they're all over the place. When you're on black or on fentanyl, you can hide it to a certain extent. You can know someone's something different about somebody, but sometimes you can't pinpoint it because as long as you're not Maria, not sick, you can function. You can function normal. Like if you think about it, the last year of my YouTube, I really wasn't responding to any drama. I wasn't dramatic. I wasn't on there as much. I was a little bit different. My videos would be more short, and I wouldn't have the verbal skills to like elaborate like I used to. But I still wasn't, I was not really putting myself out there like if I was on Scotty, acting all fucking crazy. Even though people assumed I was on Scotty, which I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? But people knew there was something different about me. You know what I'm saying? You can kind of somewhat function normal with this addiction as long as you have it in front of you. And so I never had the problem of not ever having it. You know what I'm saying? So I never really ever got sick. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing ever happened. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, it's just how it is. But yeah, man, like I said, man, like, it's not glorified this last time. It's dangerous, man. Right now, I think that the fentanyl epidemic is the worst problem that we have right now in the United States, man. Worse than COVID? Worse than everything, huh? Stop day, everything. Yeah, everybody in here that you see that's in here, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Mexican, Northerner, Southerner, AZ, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Native, whatever. Well, everybody's on Suboxone or fucking what's the other stuff that they get? Mexico. Everybody in here. It's a trip, man. And you would think that there would be more attention on the fentanyl epidemic, but there's not, man. And that's why you're seeing an increase in crime in all these cities, because they don't know what to do with this fentanyl, man. I mean, I have a platform. I would like nothing more than to have my platform or to use, my voice that helps fucking, what's going on with this epidemic. It's bad, man. They need more solutions. They need more people who've experienced it, that have suffered from this addiction, because I've always believed that the best ones that have the solutions to a cure are those that are addicts. And as you guys know, I'm very pro advocate when it comes to this 12-step program. And whatever higher power you decide. Like I said, I don't fault anybody. You're Buddhist, Muslim, Christian, Catholic, whatever it may be. If it works for you, do it, man. You know what I'm saying? Right now, that's one thing I'm working on is my higher power connection. And I realize that these close, encounters with death, man, was basically, I had someone that said, you know what, Flaco, we're not going to let you fucking perish, man. You still got a voice. You got a positive message that you can put out there. And I really believe that a lot of things that have happened the last year have been spiritual tests, right, to put me on the right track. You know what I'm saying? So that's, like I said, that's why every video I have, right, has to be about positivity. I have to have a message, man. And I hope that every other content creator, you know what I'm saying, that is in the prison genre or gossip genre or whatever it may be, goes back to maybe having that positive message, man. Because we all have the potential to have it, to do this, right? We all have the potential to have that positive message, but a lot of times we don't do it. A lot of times we're too caught up in the drama, the theatrics, and, people will lie to get views. You know what I'm saying? There's still a lot of people that have a lot of potential, right? As far as with their channels, man, but let's not forget why we want to do this, what we're trying to do. We're trying to reach other people, man, so they don't make mistakes like me. Like I said, I want to be a living testimony of the positive things that I used to do, how I fell off, and how I came back with an even stronger comeback. That's my goal, you know what I'm saying? And it's just to help people that suffer from fentanyl addiction and something I never thought I would have. You're going to see probably more of that on here. I'm going to be going back more to some of the California prison channels, and as far as California, prison gangs and all that shit. I'm going to go back to those topics right pretty soon, right? But I think I need to still bring in these current affairs like this, because it doesn't matter what side of the tracks you're from. This fentanyl addiction is going to hit your family or hit somebody close to you soon, because it's a growing problem everywhere, man. And with that, man, this is my close encounter with death. What, Flaco? A comic perspective? I'm out.